What's going on? It's been a while since we've talked. So my earlier videos were really kind of anti-dropshipping, or they could have been taken that way. And dropshipping is a good business, but as you saw in eBay spring update, they've taken action against dropshippers. What they essentially did was, if you are a dropshipper, they look at your zip code versus the zip code that your products are originating from. And if you hit a certain threshold there, what they're doing is they are ranking your items a little bit lower in their search results, and that's fine. I think this is really the first step that eBay is going to make to counter some of the drop shipping practices, or just devalue them slightly in their search results. And it's not the end of the drop shipping business, but it's certainly a step to move against them or prioritize them a little less. So, what I'm going to talk about, as opposed to being so anti-dropshipping, is just more about what are some things that I do. And I'm a big flipper. I flip things locally. I put them on eBay. You can buy things very inexpensive locally. And I think it's a better business model. I just really do. So instead of just boo-hooing dropshipping all the time, I'm going to turn the direction a little bit here and, try and teach what I do a little bit more. I already have a course on Udemy that teaches local flipping. And it's far and away the better way to run a business on eBay, if you ask me. But, it's because I spent years in the pawn industry doing just that. In the pawn industry, you buy things locally and you sell them on eBay, and that's just a standard procedure for how pawn shops operate with higher ticket goods. And that's why I took what I learned in the pawn industry out of the pawn industry and decided that, hey, I can teach anyone how to do this, right? There's no reason you can't learn how to do this, and because I know how to do it, and it's what I've been doing since I left the pawn industry. So, it's one of those things that it's common sense. And the first thing that I'll say is you can do it for free. And it's real easy to do for free. Just hit up the free section and Craigslist, or look for free items on the Facebook Marketplace. Pick those up and flip them on eBay for $5, $10, $15, $20. And you're already starting to build the seed capital you need to grow that business. And you can do that super, super quickly. And if you happen to find things that you can't really flip on eBay, that's fine too. Just flip them locally, just not in the same marketplace. So what I mean by that, for instance, is if you find something on Craigslist for free, don't sell it back on Craigslist. You can. I've done it. It works. But, sell it on Facebook as opposed to Craigslist. Or if you find something for free on Facebook, sell it on Craigslist instead of, just don't sell it where you got it. You can make it work in some cases, but, more often than not, you're going to get called out by people, and it doesn't help you run a business. So how much can you make doing this? It's a great question. For people, if they really work at it, if they do, let's say, 10 hours a week, you can probably make a couple grand a week if you're out there hustling and moving stuff, but it does require that you put in some effort. That is the one thing I'll say for drop shipping. It's nice that you can, just basically sit behind a keyboard and never have to deal with people, but it takes so long to make any money, to build up the number of listings you need to make money, that it just never really makes sense to me. And of course, I saw the whole issue with Amazon, eBay, Amazon, you already can't drop ship on Amazon. They'll ban your account. And eBay doesn't really like people drop shipping from Amazon, because then people show up, or people get packages that show up with their biggest competitor's branding on them. That's no good. So I'm reading the terrain there, and I see drop shipping on eBay starting to have action taken against it. The spring update was a great example of the action taken against it. You can disagree with me all you want in the comments. I've already had people disagree in the other comments, and that's fine. If it's working for you, that's great. I just wouldn't build a 4, 5, 10-year business model on it. And not that flipping is a amazing business model either, but it's a means to an end. It's how you get a couple grand, 10 grand, 20 grand to go out there and really do some more things. Maybe you start buying some pallets and flipping the pallets and doing things along those lines. But really, I just want to take this opportunity to kind of turn a corner and say, hey, this channel isn't just about me saying bad stuff about dropshipping. Dropshipping's fine. A lot of people make a lot of money at it, but I can see that going away to a degree, at least on eBay. There will always be dropshipping. People will always have websites, and there will always be ads on Facebook or wherever else allowing dropshipping because it does make money. But it's just, you don't want to build your house on sand, right? And I see eBay dropshipping as kind of like sand. Right now it's great. You can build this giant house and it looks pretty and everything else, but one day that foundation's going to shift and it's going to come crumbling down, and that's no good. So, once again, my name's Brian. Thanks for being here. And we're going to talk more about flipping. I'm going to start teaching you how to do that and, other things that I've done. If you look at my experience in the pawn industry, it started in pawn, then started with the website development and everything else. So I have a lot to say. So thanks so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye.